Hello viewers, tutorial 7 question 5. If the shape below has an area of 20 square meters, find x. So the shape is made of 4 smaller shapes. It's made of a triangle, a rectangle, another triangle, and a half circle. So for triangle 1, it's a triangle, which means it's got an area of half base times height, which is half times the base is 6. And the height is x, making it 3x. For shape 2, it's a rectangle, so this is base times height, which is 5 times x. For shape 3, it is a triangle. Both the base and the height are x, so the diagram clearly is not to scale, but it's half base times height, which is half times x, which is 1/2 x squared. And for shape 4, we have a half circle, which is half times pi r squared, which is half times pi times the radius, which is from what would be the centre of the circle to the outside, is x. So that's got an area of 1/2 pi x squared. So we need to put those things together into an equation. So we've got 1/2 times pi times x squared plus 1/2 times x squared plus adding these two together give us 8x. And that must be equal to 20. So we can multiply this whole thing through by 2 to get rid of the halves, and we'll move the 20, which will become a 40, to the other side to make it quadratic. So we've got pi times x squared plus x squared plus 16x minus 40 equals 0. So this is a quadratic equation which has so we can combine these two terms, these first terms, which have an x squared as a common factor. So we get x squared times pi plus 1, because we've got pi times x squared plus 1 times x squared, so taking out a factor of x squared gives you x squared times pi plus 1, which is 4.14, because pi is 3.14 plus 1 is 4.14, plus 16x minus 40 equals 0. So we now have a quadratic. We have a equals 4.14, we have b equals 16, and c equals minus 40. Okay, so x equals minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, which is negative b is negative 16 plus minus square root of 16 squared minus 4 times a is 4.14 times c is negative, so that we can change that to a plus 40. All divided by 2a, which is 2 times 4.14. And if we calculate that, we get answers of x equals 1.73 or negative 5.59. So it can't be negative because we're talking about a length, which means if it can't be negative, that leaves us with 1.73 metres is our answer. Remember that the original area was given with units of metres squared, so the units of this question are metres. Give your answer with units where possible. Okay, thanks for watching. Over and out.